Hello and welcome to our nice SCOM Management Pack Catalog Offline Toolkit workshop or presentation. I welcome you. Good morning, good evening, good day, wherever you are. I'm happy that some people have joined here today to go over this little webcast and talk a bit about like how to keeping your management packs in your SCOM group up to date. Um, while let me switch also my video on. So hello, to keep them up to date, even if you don't have internet access in your SCOM management groups. There are quite a lot of environments we come across in our customer base which do not allow access to the internet. So in that case, we basically need to move the data, the collected data from the offline environment to an environment where it has access. So I have first a couple of slides I will go to, and then we go into a live demo environment. So let's get started. So first, I do a very short overview of the management packs we provide from NICE. So in the first row, you see here all the management pack that cover the Microsoft 365 ecosystem. And below there, a couple of other management pack like the NetApp management pack, VMware management pack, Oracle, DB2, Mongo databases, and the last one, which is new one, is MariaDB, which we have just recently added, and provide a number of other management packs you can see here. So if you have questions for any of those management packs, feel free also to put them later at the end of the session in here, or write us an email to that. With that, I like to go over to our actual topic today. So the management pack catalog offline toolkit. So we put the QR code here so you can scan that if you like. It takes you to a GitHub site right away. There is also the link in the chat. So if you open the chat, and in the chat you can actually also go to this link and open the download page. And I will also follow that in a moment in the live demonstration. But first, why did we actually come up with this toolkit? So the first thing is that we have customers with a number of different environments. So, and you have environment A, environment B, and you don't know exactly what are the difference between the two environments in terms of management packs. You can export them from one environment and put them to the other one. You can compare them with the get management pack, a PowerShell, basically a PowerShell command to retrieve that. But in the end, we want to compare this against the latest versions that are out there in the official Microsoft catalog. So this catalog basically is available via a REST API or a web request, which we can issue and retrieve it. And the toolkit basically compares the result from that web endpoint at Microsoft site against the list of management packs you have in your management group imported. So the first thing it basically does, it does compare the versions of the different management packs. So is there a new version? Then yes, well, you need an update. Obviously, you need to know the version of your management group or your management service for that. So that will be provided as an input parameter to the toolkit. So you can use the toolkit also for other versions, even if you don't have them installed. So it makes it kind of universal. Then first, obviously, to be efficient, you can collect this from different environments and then do this all in one. And then in the end, yeah, you can use this across your environment. So that's the main point to stay in control here. So basically, the first step is here to download that file and read the documentation. There's a PDF documentation that comes with it, so you can do, and we'll follow this along. Then once you have unpacked it, basically, you can transfer it to a SCOM management server, or you can also leave it on your system. Depends where you want to use it. And we will need the SCOM management server version. So that is the one you actually need to run to get your version. And then we need the list in your offline environment, so to say, to capture in a CSV file. The CSV file then will be basically transferred from the environment to a system where you have internet access. And then we run actually the actual MP Catalog Offline Toolkit here with the CSV listing we have collected. And as a parameter, you can see here, you can provide the version. And you can also put the output to a result file, so you can do it for further analysis there. Maybe I didn't mention it, but this is a completely free tool. It's a free tool. It's out there on GitHub. You can just download it. You can redistribute as you wish. There is basically, it's just like provided as is. Obviously, no warranty is provided for that. So, but if you have a question, then feel free to reach out to us. There are a couple of other parameters, and I think the most important one, which is this one, is the DD for download directory. So the logical next step is, after you found out you need like 7, 8, 9 management packs to be updated, is basically you need to download them and bring them into an environment. But if you have an environment that let's say have like 40 or 50 management pack that are outdated, you basically need to call up like a lot of URLs to download them. The URLs are actually provided in this result file here, so you can actually go directly there. But on the other hand, why not include the option to download this directly? So there is a feature basically to download all the management pack at the same time and place them in directory, so you can actually bring them to your environment and then right away import them. So when that's the command basically for the download part. Okay. Again, for those who joined a bit late, feel free to ask questions. It's going to be really a short run through how to use the management pack catalog offline toolkit on this site. Cool. So this is the main part. So these were just a few slides I'm going through. So let's go and go directly into the live demonstration. So let me see if I find my system. So first, how I will do this. This is basically my SCOM system, which is offline. So if you go here, this is it's not the most recent up-to-date SCOM management server version. You see, it's a bit dated. It's 2019. However, well, as we know, it keeps working. So, and if you go here on the left side to update and recommendations, this is basically where it tries to connect to this web service in the backend and try to read the update, but there's no connection. So this environment has no connection to the internet here, or basically can't reach that web service from this endpoint. So some things might be allowed on the system, but in the end that doesn't work and fails. But we still want to use these update and recommendations to see what management packs we need to import. All right, so with that, we can close that dialog because it's not of any use. However, there are a lot of Microsoft management packs in here, and we would just are interested, are we have an updated version for this or one of the others. So as we are offline, we basically have to, in first step now, collect these data in a CSV file. So I go to my PowerShell and go, yes, management pack. Where's this management pack? I'm lazy to type. I think I SCOM get SCOM management pack. So this basically gives this list. You're probably familiar with this command. And in the next step, we basically, as I said in the slides, that let me go back to this here. Oh, sorry. So basically, we will do and export it basically here to a file. So, and I'll just, well, what's the directory you typically pick? It's still the temp directory here in this case, and I call this MP listing. And it's from 2019.csv. That's it. It should actually be placed into this directory now here. So this is the listing file that just got created. So next step, basically, I will pick up this file here, and feel free to go along on your environment as you wish, right? So the link again for those who joined late is in the chat already pasted. So I will go now to my local box here, and obviously I will paste this in also my temp directory. Okay, to get actually, okay, this is now in my temp directory, and now basically I have to get the offline toolkit here. So I will download it from the mentioned website here. So if you go to this is the website, you can just go in here, and I might have downloaded it already. So yes, it is here. So and I bring it over to my temp directory, place it here. It's a zip file, so you can unzip it, extract it here. So, okay, it's placed in the subdirectory. And move it up just to be all in one place here. There you go. All right. You see, there's also these the documentation. So in case you want to use that, you can have a look at this. It's basically mentioned that we are doing also in here. So now let's see what it if we just call this tool. Let's see if it runs. It's not prevented to be run by any policies. It's not a big signing in place, so it will just run. Obviously, we'll complain. We haven't given any parameter here. It will give a little usage you can use. And now the point is basically to run it, and we provide first the MP listing we actually got now from the from the SCOM server in the offline environment. And as the next, we'll actually say, okay, we want to go for a specific version, and oh, I forgot to get this version. So let's go back and go to the offline environment and go here, get SCOM management server. There we go. You see I have a 2019 with a fixed update rollup on here. So we put the version here, and now we can run it right away. So it will basically provide us as a standard output. So now what it does in the background, it actually connects to the web service and retrieves the list and compares it already with the CSV file. But for better readability, we can use the output option and say MP updates required .csv. So now it will place it into a file. It writes a new output file. So this is the update required file now. As I am on my desktop, I have a Excel here installed, which I can open it. And this is basically the ID. It gives you the name and the display name. So these are those that we need to update. There are only few basically because we are pretty much up to date on the first side. And second, is that we are on a rather older version of SCOM, so 2019. So there are not so many updates for the application management packs on there. So again, this is limited by the fact what is provided from Microsoft in the catalog. Microsoft typically updates the catalog with each update rollup. If there's a new management pack release, they keep updating the catalog as well, so that should be updated in time. So now now we have the overview basically, but we could also now say, well, I need to go to all of these URLs, 13 in total, and download the new management packs. But instead, I can also ask the tool to download this for me. So let me go back and close this, and let's go back here, go back to the tool, and let's say go to the tool we use basically the same, and just add the download directory option, and let's place it as well into this temp directory, and to say MP download updates. So now it basically goes out, figures out which one our updates are required. Now it tries to download, and we see there are some URLs which cannot be reached. So these are the service manager management packs, which has been deprecated since a while, and the site isn't reachable anymore. So you might, well, there are very few who use this. It's the integration for the System Center Service Manager, basically. And it says there's an updated management pack, but it's not available under this given URL. So that way this error is returned. However, we have received a new directory, which we can see here, which has now these management packs available. And what I could do is basically pick this directory, review those changes, and bring it over to the system here, and place it also into the temp directory, and that's copied over basically from the online environment to the offline environment. This looks like these are quite big because it takes a long while. Let's see how large they are. in here. There are a couple of big ones indeed, because these are the Linux-based management packs and they contain the cross-platform agent. That's why actually these are rather big management packs that are imported now here or brought over to the other environment. So let's wait a moment for this to complete, and then in the end we can go and import those as well. So to make basically the environment back to a fully updated environment. Meanwhile, while this copies, we can actually go over and see if we, for example, change back to this command and say, well, we have an older version of this environment, and it will give us an different result actually. Oh, I probably picked a version that is not present, so let me check. Yes, that was an invalid version, so you will need to specify a correct version. So I'll just need to check. The previous GA version was this one. So we put this in there and it will work. It still gives an error now. Let's see. There we go. It somehow couldn't write to the output file. Let me see if I can use another output file. It looks like my Excel has locked this file. So now it worked. So there we go. And we go back to the temp directory, and we see that this other one has also the listed files in here. It looks like there are not so many different. Let's see also if there are 13 in here or more. Looks like there's one more that was added to this list. Okay, let's go back and see if everything copied. Everything has been copied over now. Now we can basically do the last step and import this in SCOM. I will not wait until the complete process is done, but just go in here and select those and bring them over to this environment. Looks like some dependencies are missing in this case. They have been not updated, so it looks like we will actually need to manually update these dependencies to bring the new library on here to actually support the new libraries as well. So we'll not be able to import this right away before I download actually the library. So again, it can only be as good as what Microsoft provides as a download and gives here as a reference, but still you have the list of differences that are on the catalog and that are provided as an update. That's basically it from a short presentation perspective here. In the end, again, here's the link to the tool. Feel free to use it. If you have suggestions, what we could improve on this tool, if you have other requests, feel free to use the chat now to give a bit of a feedback or send us an email. There should be a contact, I think, on the last slide here. Yeah, here we go. This is solution@nice.de or US-based address. And again, if you have any question, let us know. With that, let me check if we have any questions. Yes, there is a question. Okay, thank you. Thank you for giving positive feedback on this. Yes, it is free. There was another question. What's the cost? No, it is free. Also, there's no support option like for other products. This is as is provided. So, however, if you have special requests, you can always ask us. We do pretty much for money, pretty much for money to complete things. But this is a free tool similar to our nice log file management pack, which is also free. You can download from the nice portal. However, you need to register then on the nice.de website, and then you can download the free log file management pack. All right. I think there are no further questions. So we are done within the 20 minutes. So thank you very much for taking a bit time out of your day to join us, and happy to help with any SCOM. Have a happy SCOM day. Talk to you soon. Thank you and bye-bye.